Often I wonder what happens at Marvel Comics when they have their editorial meetings, when they're pitching ideas for comic books. I would assume, like, if you want to do a story arc or changes to a character or, trying to shape the future of a character, people are involved in that, right? I would think so. Like there's meetings or something. I don't know. But I'd like to have sat in on this meeting where they're thinking, how do we make Captain Marvel more popular? Guys, listen, she's not really doing that well in sales and people don't really like her that much, but we really want her to be a big character. How can we make her more popular? Oh, I know. Let's give her every single Avengers power. That'll definitely make her even more badass. People will love her. So they just find ways to make this character more unlikable. So there's this run going on right now. She's fighting this guy named Vox. And he wants all of the Avengers at his feet dead. So he somehow gets Captain Marvel to work for him. I don't think they've revealed all of this yet. And basically what she's doing is every single issue defeating an Avenger. And then she takes him to some pocket dimension where she tells them what's going on, and then she makes a clone body of them and gives the clone body to this Vox guy. And then he thinks that they're dead, and everyone thinks that she's evil. But here's what's really going on. If you're on the outside looking in here, she's basically defeating every single Avenger. I mean, she's beating them. So there you go. She's the top dog now. Can beat Thor, She-Hulk, who is pretty much just a carbon copy of Hulk now. And Captain America, Black Panther, she's better than everybody. And now they had the brilliant idea, maybe if we just give her everyone's power. You notice right here, she's got the Iron Man gauntlet on. She's got the shield and Thor's hammer. That'll probably be it, unless Black Panther gives her something, maybe his claws, I don't know. But when you have the repulsor cannon, what do you need those for? Funny that Mjolnir is being used by her as well. So now, anyone can lift this damn thing. Is it even special anymore? Is there any special reason that you need to be worthy? It seems like everybody's worthy. Everyone can handle it. Everyone's grabbing it lately. It's all good. Who cares? Apparently, people over at Marvel don't care. But I got to wonder, let's go look at the sales of Marvel Comics. We can just go to good old trusty Comicron here. Get the correct sales for how issues are doing. So she's running around using everybody's powers and just owning everybody in a single issue, making her the undisputed top Avenger in power and probably in the Marvel Universe now, because they desperately want her to be top dog, by the way. They've rebooted that damn book of hers like 16 times. If you don't know what that means, basically, once the sales get super low, they'll reboot it so that they can get like this. So here you have Star Wars #1, okay? This is originally down to like 29, 30-something thousand a month per issue. So like, okay, well, now we're not going to tell the story between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Now we're going to tell the story between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So that gives it a new #1. Boom, you jump it up to 97,000. Now, X-Men is still up here at 90 and 80,000 because it's been consistently pretty good. A little boring at times and slow, but still pretty decent. And then you go to look for Captain Marvel, which is at issue 14. It dropped from issue 1, which had 156,000 issues shipped, down to 29,000. You couldn't retain those sales. At 29,000, and yes, that is Daredevil. Yes, that is Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is written by Dan Slott, and Dan Slott sucks. He doesn't know anything about family, so of course, that has dropped as well. Really funny, quick thing about Dan Slott. Used to write Amazing Spider-Man for like a decade. And here's the thing with Amazing Spider-Man. I know this is off topic a little, but I just want to rub this in Dan Slott's face a little bit, because he's a kind of an ass. If you go on Twitter, he treats you like trash. He blocks you. He just doesn't put up with anything. And this means anything that goes out of his little bubble. So He used to write Amazing Spider-Man. And for 10 years he wrote it. The thing with Amazing Spider-Man is people will buy that book just to have it because they want to have every single Spider-Man issue or whatever. They just buy it. It's like the comic people buy even if it's terrible. So he's had a huge head because he's had consistent sales. They take him off of it. I wonder if that head is deflated a little bit because he's writing Iron Man. Those sales are down. Fantastic Four's sales are down as well. Nobody gives a damn about Dan Slott. Man, your ego, man, I got to wonder, you got to be going through some issues thinking about maybe people don't love you. Maybe you shouldn't have treated people like asses for like a decade. Happy to see his sales real low. But Captain Marvel is also at 29. Daredevil is as well, but Daredevil has been a really slow burn run. Hasn't been, in my opinion, Zdarsky's best. And like they have Matt Murdock hooking up with like a fat librarian. I don't know what's going on with that. I stopped. I'm like, this is Matt Murdock. He used to hook up with Elektra. Now you got him with like a woman with a fupa and big, gigantic librarian glasses. Like, nah, I'm out. So I left. Captain Marvel, though, you would think, she's beating up all the Avengers. She's using everyone's powers. You gave her the shield. You gave her the hammer that doesn't even have any special meaning to it anymore because every jackass in the universe of Marvel can wield it. You'd think those sales would be really high. I would think everyone would be turned on to the idea of some Mary Sue whooping the ass off of their favorite character. But I guess that's not really helping those sales very well, is Marvel? Not really doing a good job there, getting those sales going. Like, who's managing this character? It's like, what ways can we think of to make people like her the least this month? You know what I'm saying? And then we go to Twitter, and they posted this. This is where I found this. Prepare for Carol Danvers to wield the power of all the Avengers. And you go and look, everybody's roasting it. No one's happy. This is where I got the idea right here. Meh, pretty much anyone can hold it at this point. We don't care. And everyone's roasting. Prepare for mediocre sales, and so on and so on, which is great to see because this character sucks. Turning her from Miss Marvel to Captain Marvel was a huge mistake. She was already a character that people liked. Then they turned her in this Mary Sue representative for wham and empowerment, and the character just went downhill. One thing I'd like to point out is a character that people still like. Wonder Woman, issue 750, must have been a milestone to be up here to 167,000. But that alone, I want to point out, because this is issue 750. I don't know what, number it is in the current arc. But this tells me men don't hate female characters. They just hate overpowered Mary Sue empowerment characters that run on political agenda, which is exactly what Captain Marvel is. It's exactly what Captain Marvel is. And nobody's buying it. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants it. But they keep pushing her. And the sales are low enough now that I bet you as soon as this arc is done, they'll reboot the series again, push it up to a number 1, and all these stupid comic shops will go out and buy it in droves. Hell yeah, I'll take 100 issues of Captain Marvel. Didn't sell the last time. I still got 50 issues sitting around my comic shop right now. But hey, I'll take another 100 Marvel. Yes, sir. I'll buy whatever you got. If they ever stopped buying this shit, Marvel probably wouldn't do it, but they'll buy everything Marvel puts out. So Marvel just keeps throwing shit at a wall. We'll just keep doing it. Maybe you'll keep buying it. It's ridiculous. And by the way, 29,000 copies sold probably means half of those are still sitting in comic shops all over the country. So it's not highly unlikely that only 10 to 15,000 people are actually buying this Captain Marvel book. That's pathetic. So go ahead, you give her Wolverine's claws next. He's going to go up to Carol and say, "Here, Carol, I want to make you more powerful. I'd like to donate my adamantium claws to you." And because she's such a badass, she can just rip them out and just punch them, like just jam them right in between her knuckles, and they'll start working. Why not? Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to do a rant on this because I thought it was so stupid. It's like, If you're trying to make me like her, this just keeps making me like her less. I don't want to see her holding the things that make other characters unique like they're nothing. And that's exactly what she's doing right now, is making other characters look like they're nobodies. They're nothing. Their niches, their gimmicks, they don't mean shit to Captain Marvel because she's a badass lady. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about this? I'd like to know what you have to say. Also, throw a like up if you would. I would appreciate that. Share the video. And make sure you're still subscribed, by the way. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that. And subscribe if you're new.